this great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Lebara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or claim revolution. Lebara. More for less.
Welcome everyone back to Ponsforge International Sports Centre. We are here for the final day of action at the Citi Para Swimming World Series meet incorporating the British Para Swimming Meet. My name is Paul Noble. I'll be taking you through the action this morning, this final session of heats. Joined again in the commentary box by Ellie Simmons. Welcome back again, Ellie.
Thank you very much. Yeah, morning everyone, back here for day 4 of the Para Swimming World Series Para Swimming Meet, and it's Mother's Day as well, so happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
Absolutely. We've been sending messages back home to our mothers.
Yeah, I've already sent my morning message. Yeah, I did that first thing because again, you forget otherwise, don't you? Especially having a day here at the pool. Next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I haven't sent that message, so I did it first thing. So, yeah, my mum will be very happy.
Get the brownie points.
Yeah, definitely.
Big shout out to mums all over the world, all over the country watching, joining us here on the live stream as our officials come out to the poolside for the last time. And I can kind of feel the anticipation today. Last day, last chance for some swimmers to post some good times. We've seen some great action the previous 3 days. We've had 8 world record swims. I'm hoping we're going to get a couple more today. We had some in the morning heats yesterday, and I think there might be some chances again today.
Yeah, no, we've got the 50-free coming up, the women's and the men's 50-free, and also the women and men's 100 metres butterfly as well. So day 4, let's finish on a fast one.
Absolutely. Well, the British team, of course, this is their one and only chance of qualification. And we had a number of qualifiers on day 1 of action. We had a few on day 2. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, the pace, isn't it? There's only 12 qualifiers, but a few more chances today.
Yeah, only 12 qualifiers. We have the 50-free and the 100 fly, so hopefully a few more names to be added to the list. And yeah, this is the last chance, like you said, Paul, for the British swimmers to hit that qualification standard, to get them on the train or the bus to Manchester World Champion. To Manchester.
Some will just walk.
Yeah,
some live in Manchester,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
You have the National Performance Centre in Manchester. Some of them will just be walking there, but it is the World Championships in the summer in Manchester, where we'll see athletes from all around the world, the top athletes coming and competing at that World Championships.
Yeah, of course, these World Championships, the year before the Paralympics, is always a big one, isn't it, Ellie?
Yeah, it is always the big one because, like you said, Paul, it is a year before the Paralympics, and everyone wants to get on there, get on the rankings, get on the team, really, get the slots ready for the games next year. The more slots that teams have, the more athletes that they can take to the Paralympics. So, again, it's getting your face out there, getting the competition geared up, getting your name out there ready for the games next year.
And we were talking to David Smettanine, who is part of, well, he's involved in the organisation of the Paris Paralympics, and he was just selling it to us this morning. He's really enthusiastic about it. He says, oh, it's going to be the best ever. It's going to be fantastic. Iconic locations. It's going to be brilliant, he says. Yeah,
no, it was really great talking to him. He seems very, very excited about the games next year. And like you said, he's chatting telling us all about it, and sounds like it's going to be a good game. So he's already talking about ticket sales being full for the Paralympics, which is very exciting to hear, and to hear about all the athletes, and also saying about the TV as well. There's going to be 300 hours of French TV showcasing the Paralympics. So yeah, it's going to be a good games, I think. So yeah, and he also said as well that even he's going to get us tickets.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. He definitely said that.
He did.
This is it now. We're putting it down online here. We'll watch this back on YouTube, David. You promised us tickets for Paris next year, so we're going to hold you to that.
Yeah, we will be there, even though we won't be swimming, but we will be there. And yeah, the tickets from him, but even though if he doesn't give us tickets, I'm going to be there somewhere. I'm probably swim over to the channel and get into the pool, or get into the opening and closing ceremony, because it's a game's going to be like no other. I'm very, very excited for these games, actually. I feel like not just speaking to him, but seeing the anticipation, seeing the excitement for these games. It's building up, and we're already talking about it now.
Well, excitement's building up here as well in Sheffield. We have the 50 freestyle for women in our first event. As you said, Ellie, 50 freestyle for women, then the same for men, then the 100 butterfly for women and for men. So that's what we've got to look forward to today. So how many heats have we got of the women? I'm just going over page after page after page. 12 heats.
Yeah, 12 heats of the 50 free. The women's. We've got some good names coming up as well from Britain. We've got Becky Redfern, Tully Kearney, Ellie Chalice again.
Ellie Chalice, we could be looking at another British record attempt for Ellie Chalice. She's been in record-breaking form, especially in the freestyle. She's been really good in the freestyle events this week. The first heat of the 12 heats. 4 swimmers in this one. Again, no entry times for this, so it's a little bit of guessing game for us here in the commons position. We've got Xiu Hu off to a good start for China in lane 3. She was a world championship swimmer back in 2015 in Glasgow. Malik Abdul Shafi, Deborah Brady and Katia Pure. But here comes the Chinese swimmer, the S8 classification. And she will register in 33.77. 694 points. We're not hopefully get the graphics to give us the points here. Here we are, right on cue. It's as if they were listening to us, Ellie.
Yeah, I think they were up there. But again, we don't know. They haven't got any entry times, so the times that they've displayed that they're coming on the board, again, we don't know if they're good times for them or personal bests, but good points there from the Chinese S8 swimmer, 694, followed by Devla Brady and the S6 from Ireland on a 40 points. And then the French S5 swimmer on 42, finished by the Egyptian swimmer S5 on 1 minute with 179 points. So yeah, starting pretty well. Do like this splash and dash, this 50 meters free. Literally, it's easy. Well, it's not easy, but
I never found it easy.
One length.
One lane.
Which I always quite liked, actually. Going from the 400 meters freestyle to the 53, I was always just like, just head down and go for it. That's all you got to do.
I never used to like the the training when we used to do sprints. People used to love doing, oh, sprint's great, and I was like, oh no. I was almost dead at the end of the lane after a sprint session.
Everyone loves it, don't they, in training, when the coach always says to them, oh, there's a bit of sprinting going on today in the session. Bit of 15 meters, 25 meters, but yeah, coming on to heat 2 now.
We talked about Ellie Chalice. She's right in the centre there with the red cap. Maya Thuma from Malta. There's Morales Lopez from Mexico. There's the Icelander Sonja Sigurdardóttir. Kirsty Gibb from Kelso goes in 3. Sate Mondal from India goes in lane number 4. Ellie Chalice from Great Britain, the S3 British record holder. She goes in lane 5. Rose Webb from Northampton in 6. Amy Mackay from Best in 7. Celine Sash from France in 8. And Merrin Binney from Swim It in lane number 9. It's a good reaction from Merrin Binney there, that outside lane, and she's got a very good start at the early stages of this one. We'll watch out for Ellie Chalice, of course. with that red cap in the middle. She is the lowest numerical class alongside Sonia Sigurdardottir, 2 S3s in line 2 and 5. And Ellie Chalice has been in real record-breaking form. Good start as well from the Northampton swimmer Rose Webb, who's been speaking to us here a couple of days ago. And looks like a real prospect, Rose Webb. She's coming through strongly. Merrin Binney in the outside lane. And also, it might be Amy Mackay as well, possibly, into the wall. It's very close there, but we'll have a look at Ellie Chalice. 515 points, 50.30. So outside this time, I think, Ellie, but only half a second outside her own British record time.
Yeah, only half outside, so she's had a busy week. Oh, sorry. She's had a busy week, so she's probably feeling a bit tired, so just probably wanting to feel these heats and hopefully get herself into the final tonight. Might be quite tough. She has got 515 points, so might be quite tough to make a final on that, but a great heat swim, only a second off her personal best and British record. But two really good swims there by the two S6s. Rose Webb in lane 6 on a 46.99. That's faster than her entry time of a 49. So quite a bit of a PB there.
And there's Merrin Binney as the top of the S6s. Just ahead of Rose Webb by 3/100ths of a second, but Ellie Chalice, the highest points earner. 515. We were talking the other day, Ellie, about what it takes to make the final, and it was somewhere around about in the 100 freestyle. Quite a good indication actually for this 50 freestyle. It was something, I think the low 700s was making that top 30 through to the final.
So it might be quite tough there for Ellie Chalice on 515 points to get into that final, but she has done everything in this championships. She has hit that qualification time and British record, so yeah.
She'll be pleased with their performances, that's for sure. Really great performances from Ellie Chalice this week. There's Laura Pilkington in lane 0. Talking to Laura, she was down at the Bucks Championships a couple of weeks ago. Laura Pilkington, Edinburgh University.
Bucks is always a fun one. I remember swimming at that one and always enjoying the racing.
And across the pool we have Laura Pilkington, Evelyn Charas, Sofia Gabardolina, Jasmine Bamber, Diana Murra Pragdarosa, Gina Butcher, Maori Yu, Maisie Cat, Yan Fai Zhou and Elizabeth Noriega. Again, it's the S4 swimmers right up to S11 swimmer in lane number 4. So watch out for the points totals for the S4s. So the swimmers in lanes 2, 5 and 8 may well be coming away with the highest points totals, but Evelyn Charas, breaststroke specialist from Hungary, is coming away in clear. 517 points for the Hungarian. We'll see if anyone can challenge that. 5.32 for Gina Butcher. And it looks like that is going to be the top. Gina Butcher. Again, we've seen Gina Butcher at the major championships in recent years, Ellie, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. She's one of those German athletes that's achieved, I think she's got many medals. I don't think yet gold medals, but...
European medals. I think she featured very heavily in the European Championships. And part of that German team that went to the World Championships last year. I think Gina Butcher was one of these swimmers. She went to the World Championships last year. I'm not sure if she swam. I think there was an illness. I think Gina Butcher had an illness. I'm sure she didn't swim at the World Championships last year.
But she's going to swim here, and she's going to probably, hopefully, again, I'm guessing the Germans, their qualifications for the World Championships will be in Berlin at the World Series there in May. Then, yeah, hopefully they'll have that qualifications and then go to World Championships in Manchester.
Yeah, I'm sure Gina Butcher would be part of that German team. They had a good World Championships last year. And of course, they're Paralympic gold medalists, both in the SB 1300 breaststrokes, Taliso Engel and Elena Kravtsov. So they're visually impaired swimmers doing really well for them in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo a year and a half ago. Still waiting for this result, Ellie.
Yeah, there is an S11 swimmer there from Argentina. Argentina? I'm making up a country there. Argentina. So, again, the referees, the judges will probably be looking.
Yeah, there we have it now, I think. Gina Butcher confirmed as the top points earner. 5-3-2. Evelyn Charas in second position and Maori Yui in third place there for Japan. So it was the S4 on top with the S6 and the S5 swimmer. And we can now move on to the next heat. And there is the lineup. Iona Winifred, swimmer we have become familiar with this week. Iona Winifred, she's appeared in the national finals. And she got her own presentation last night for that 50 breaststroke. She missed from the day before.
She did. She's had a great competition. PBs, medals galore, and now this 50 metres freestyle.
And she's up against some top internationals here. Katarina Russler from Germany, Somay Boakçı, Turkish swimmer in the S5, the world champion in 50 backstroke from Turkey. Rachel Partington goes in 3. Chen Yawen from China in 4. Samantha Lewis in 5 from Satellite. Olivia Hardy, City of Derby in 6. Peng Qingping from China might be one of the favourites here in line 7. Tegan Davidson in 8 and Sheila Brady in the outside for Ireland. Good start here into the second half already for Chen Yawen from China. And she's being pressed by lane number 6, Olivia Harding. It's going to be close at the finish here, but it is 419 points for Chen and 539 for Tegan Davidson from University of Aberdeen Performance.
Yeah.
Boakçı with 322 this time for Boakçı. So Tegan Davidson, the S5 from University of Aberdeen Performance. That's a good swim, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's a really, really good swim. 41.82, and her entry time is 40.98, so a second off, but on the scores, 539. She is top of the scores from the heat so far.
So 539 points. Oh, that was that first heat, 694. I think she's just behind that one.
Sorry, the Egyptian, the Chinese athlete. So
yeah, so she's second at the minute. Aye. Still a few more heats to come, though, Ellie.
yeah, many, many heats to come. 12 heats altogether, so it might be quite tough with that 500 mark to get into the final tonight, but you never know what can happen.
So heat 5 might see a few big points earners this time. Ida Corcoran goes in 0. Lydia Vera de Cruz in 1. Georgia Howell in 2. Yu Louis in 3. 2 gold medals at the Paralympic Games for the Chinese swimmer in lane 3. Thelma Bjornsdottir in 4. Ida Anderson-Wolf in 5. Fern Snedden in 6. Yao Kuan, also gold medal at the Paralympic Games in the relay. He goes in 7. Lu Daomin, gold medalist at the World Championships in breaststroke in lane number 8. And Abigail Wickens, who has been a fixture in the national finals this week. I think she's contested most of the national finals, Abigail Wickens, and she's going well on the outside lane. Fern Snedden, also a regular in those national finals. She is going really well in lane number 6. Head down for Fern Snedden. Almost reminiscent of an Ellie Simmons type technique there for Fern Snedden in lane number 6. 607 points for Fern as well. Let's see if the S4 swimmers can challenge that. Well, there we go. Lydia Vera de Cruz, the first of the S4s home. 675 points. So Lydia Vera de Cruz, 42.07 for her. Again, just outside the entry time, 675 points. but it was head down for Fairness Nedden, and I think that might be a PB for her.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Her entry time there was a 38.98, and she just went a 38.67. But like you said, Paul, all the way head down to the last 5 meters, and it is, especially in a 53. Try and breathe as less as you can, because it's over before you know it. 38 seconds she swam it in, so head down all the way to a good finish and a good personal best.
And there's the lineup for heat number 6. Again, some well-known names in this one on the international stage. How often would you have breathed on a 50? And Ellie, you would be doing it. What was your best? About 35, 34, 35, was it?
I think it was 35.
35?
Paul, me swimming 53 has been a long time, so I think it wasn't, 35 point, I think, but yeah. But you've got Lu Dong here, and Teresa Perales as well. She's been around for many, many years, incredible Spanish athlete.
Yeah, one of the most successful Spanish athletes of all time in the Paralympic Games. Lily Herring, Leah O'Connell back in the water again after a good fly swim in the final yesterday. Ayala Tufik from Egypt in 2. Mwabe Mokasa goes for Norwich in 3. Lily Rice, Commonwealth Games medalist, might be leading them out here. The Welsh swimmer in lane 4. Lu Dong in 5. Zhang Li in 6. Teresa Perales going in lane number 7. Verena Schott outside lane in lane 8. And Nicola St. Clair Maitland going really well with the yellow cap right at the top. But it is Lily Rice, 580 points for her. The 2 big name internationalists at the top. Verena Schott, 681. And Lu Dong and Li Zhang. And Teresa Perales coming into the wall now. There's Teresa Perales. What a career Teresa Perales has had. 27 Paralympic Games medals.
Wow, 27. What a number. And she's still going strong. She's been one of those athletes in the S5 category that's been just around for many, many years. I think I remember watching her in Athens in 2004, and then Beijing, London, Rio, Tokyo, and still on top of that podium.
Yeah, great record for Teresa Perales. There was a great tweet, I think it was Teresa Perales and Javi Torres, great Spanish swimmer, Daniel Diaz. They were all together, and they said, I can't even remember the number now, it's a ridiculous number of Paralympic medals that they had between them. It was like 60 Paralympic medals in this one photograph.
I can imagine. Wow. Yeah, Daniel Diaz, a legend of the Brazil Paralympic Committee, retired after Tokyo last year. And like you said, Axbar Torres as well.
Yeah,
I
Torres.
think, has he gone to, he's a coach now, isn't he, in the Spanish
team?
He
came back. He competed in Tokyo, he competed last year. I haven't seen him this year yet, Javi Torres, but he was in the World Championship team for Spain last year. But he's not appeared at any of the World Series yet, but couldn't put it past him to come back for Paris.
It's only next year.
Here's the next heat, Katie Fake, closest to us. In lane 0, Eliza Humphrey. First of the 2 Humphreys twins we'll see. Carmen Lim in 2. Husna Kukandakwe in 3. Nicole Turner in 4. Ella Williams in 5. Isabella Haynes in 6. Emma Imrie in 7. Scarlett Humphrey been in record-breaking form this week. She goes in 8. And Brooklyn Hale will go in lane number 9. Well, how many British records has Scarlett Humphrey broken this week? This is a long-standing one as well. It stands to Janice Burton, and it was set in 1994. 33:60 is the time. Look at this for Scarlett Humphrey. What a swim that was! 31:80 from Scarlett Humphrey, and she has smashed that long-standing British record. Wow.
Wow, what an incredible competition she's having to break that British record that was 28 years ago. She is on form at these games, and to break it by in a 50 in a good chunk of time as well. Wasn't like a smidgen, it was a couple of seconds off.
It certainly was. And Scarlett Humphrey's been absolutely on fire here. 774 points as well for Scarlett Humphrey, followed home by Nicole Turner in 724. But what a swim from Scarlett Humphrey. That was incredible.
That is absolutely amazing. To swim that time, to swim that 50 metres free in a personal best and now a British record. She's going to be a name to watch in the future.
Do you know the name Janice Burton, Ellie?
No, I don't actually.
Janice Burton is the British swimmer who has got the most Paralympic swimming medals of any of British swimmers.
Oh, wow.
Big shout out to Janice.
How many medals?
Oh, now you're asking. I think it was
Paul, you normally know everything.
24, I think it was. 24 medals for Janice Burton.
And what classification was she?
Well, she was
Well,
S11.
That's me. Silly question there from Simmons.
Well, she was continuous. You do see that some of the swimmers move down the classes and they're visually impaired. Sometimes that's a sight degenerates, but she was always an S11, as much as I knew her. But yeah, Britain's most successful Paralympic swimmer in terms of number of medals. It was Janice Burton, so I've just seen one of her old standing records is beaten. Nice to give her a shout out, one of my old teammates. Heat number 8, Mira Joan Mack, Tally Kearney, Becca Hardy-Bishop, Jiang Yuan, Ella Litton-Jones, Nadia Baez, Evie Lambert, Devani Satia, Jimbo Han and Renata Pinto. It's the lineup for this one. Just keep an eye out for Tully Kearney here. I wonder if she is going to challenge that qualification standard there. 33.99 is the qualification standard for Tully Kearney. She goes in lane number 1. Right at the front of the field here, it's pretty close stuff indeed. Renata Pinto possibly going well. Evie Lambert in the middle there in lane number 6. Into the wall, and it is Pinto 5.75. Jiang with a big score, 881 for Jiang Yuan, the S6 swimmer. Let's have a look at Tully Kearney, 35.58, but a big point score as well for Tully, 7.79.
Yeah, 7.79 there, but I think the Chinese S6 swimmer Zhang has the highest points so far in all the heats on a 34.15 with 881, but that time for Tully Kearney was good. She was an S5 swimmer in this competition. She has got classified up to an S6, and that does happen with the classifiers. But yeah, now she's an S6, but 35.58 is a good time. Still, like you said, a couple of seconds off.
Almost an accident in the crowd there. Oh, would have been good one to catch on camera, but not a good one for the person. We almost got swallowed up by that seat, but yeah, Tully Kearney. Yeah, we were speaking to her last night, Tully Kearney, and yeah, she was disappointed with her classification result, but she's come back and she swam a decent swim this morning, 35.58.
Yeah, that's a decent time for an S6 swimmer. So it is very good that, yeah, she's come out and, like you said, she was a bit disappointed, but showing them that actually she's still swimming well and still on form.
Well, the next heat is heat number 9, Susie Pellis, Chikaka Ono, Neela Labuda, Astrid Carroll, Katapaya, Kyla Wen, Connie Ratley, Megan Willis, Agata Hawley, and Fallon Cooney. That's the lineup for this one. It was a good start in lane number 5 from Kai Liwen, the S11 swimmer from China. The Chinese swimmer Ma Jia holds the world record. She's also here in this event in Sheffield. Lane number 7 going well. Megan Willis, the Welsh Commonwealth Games swimmer. The youngster in the S10 classification. Megan Willis, 31.10. Great swim again from Megan Willis. She has been really bettering her best times all week, especially in the freestyle events. Megan Willis, really good performance there.
Yeah, her stroke looked incredible. Looked a beautiful, beautiful, picturesque front crawl stroke, all the way head down. Did not see any breathing in the red, and I think that's what every coach wants. breathing, no breathing in the red, and she went out there and displayed that, and that showed a big personal best.
And it looks like the point scores, maybe the S11 swimmers have the higher number of points, I think. Kylie Wynn and Chikako Ono. So they're next to Megan Willis. Connie Ratley as well. Saw her swim yesterday, had a few junior medals. Is that the girl that won the quiz last night?
Oh, it is. She won that bag.
Oh, she was very impressive, wasn't she,
Yeah.
answering that question? You and I were scratching our heads. We're like, well, that's an impossible question, isn't it? No one's going to know that.
I know.
And she was right on it.
Literally
It's
right
like, wow.
on it. And we guessed it wrong, didn't we?
Well,
Well, I
we
guessed
did-
way over.
Shush, 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 shush. That would spoil her reputation.
That was a really good swim there from Megan Willis, S10.
Second place in terms of the points to Kylie Wynn. Paralympic gold medalist Kylie Wynn in backstroke. Heat number 10 is on its way again, a range of classes. A few S11s in this one, S10s. You'll have Jin Kaoquin in 04 China, Eva French, Amber Haycock, Tomomi Ishihara, Faye Rogers, Wang Xijin, Lisette Bronsma, Cecilia Geronimo Arusho, Ana Luz Pelotero, and Jiang Shen Jiang in the centre. Good swim here from Faye Rogers in lane number 4. Might be bringing her to the wall first. Yes, 10 swimmer from Great Britain, 7:40, just ahead of Amber Haycock. That was a good tussle between the two GB S10 swimmers, but in terms of the big number of points, it is Cecilia Geronimo Arusho, world champion from Madeira last year at the World Champs in the S8 classification. So good swim from the Brazilian in terms of points. It was a good tussle at the front of the field between the two GB swimmers.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good to see these new generation swimmers coming through. Those S10s with Faye Rogers. She was an athlete that actually had a car accident and is now back in swimming. But yeah, really, really good time there. 30:31 with 740 points. Looked really, really strong. Followed closely by Amber Haycock, another S10 there on a 30:37. Then also Eva French as well. So it's nice to have some GB S10s there pushing each other along, going to push each other going forward into some good times. And not too far, actually, 2 seconds away from the qualification time. So, yes, that might be a big ask for a 50 metres free, but you never know. They've got a chance of maybe making the final tonight. And if, again, their lanes next to each other, you want to beat each other, you want to get that competitive streak, you might be able to push each other closer to a 28 point, which is the qualification time.
Yeah, some big 700-point scores here. We're just about to see it as the result is confirmed. 890 for Geronimo de Arusho. Jiang in second, Brunsma in third position. So Jude Yelling, Abby Kane, Danny Jimenez, Lee Guzzi, Kellyanne Warrington, Bianca Papp, Florian Bulcher, Sima Roiniki, Magia, the world record holder in the S11 class, and Rebecca Redfern from Great Britain in that outside lane. Magia won that gold medal in the Tokyo Paralympics, new world record time. She goes in lane number 8. Watch out for the points for her. Going well in lane number 4 is Callie Ann Warrington as well. Another Great Britain S10 swimmer. Let's see what she can do here. 29.36. That's not far away from the qualification standard, Ellie.
No, she is one to watch, definitely. She's new, I've not seen her before, but to go out there, swim that 53 in a 29.36, the qualification time is 28.82. We've got quite a few S10s coming along here, which is great for the sport, great for the S10, and great for Great Britain.
Yeah, and they're just challenging that qualification standard. These S10 swimmers from Great Britain, 814 points for Warrington. I think that could be the top point score as well. Li Guzi from China, the S11 swimmer, just behind in 809 points. And again, big range of 700 points. I think we're going to be in the 700 range for qualification, I think, Kelly.
Yeah, no, I think you are correct. I think to make this final tonight, I think there should be 3 finals.
3 finals
with
will
the
be, yeah,
numbers.
so the top 30. So we'll try and keep tabs on where and who might make that final. But with these massive scores in these previous 2 heats there.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Paul, I think with these scores coming up now in these later finals, we've got 1 final left after this. I think it's looking like there's going to be 700 to 800 points that are going to make the final. So,
yeah, Li Guzi taking that one 849. Kellyanne Warrington 814 in second. That was a good swim from Kellyanne Warrington. Wow. Final heat already.
yeah, it's going quick, hasn't it?
Yeah.
53s. I know they say splash and dash, but it's definitely going fast.
So a big presence from France in this one. A couple of swimmers taking the start. Emmeline Pierre in 0. Zhang Meng in 1. Susanna Cole in 2. Roisin Rian in 3. Elodie Laurandi in 4. Chen Yi in 5. Mariana Ribeiro in 6. Ayano Sajutsi in 7. Chantal Zeideveld in 8. And Maria Gomez Santiago. Well, world record breaker is Gomez Santiago. She is the world record holder at 26.72 in this 50 freestyle. And she has gone away at a pace on that very far lane there. 26.72 is the target for the Brazilian. She's just outside that, but not by much at all. 959 points, 27.09 for Gomez Santiago. Wow.
That was pretty impressive stuff for a heat swim, and she is on form at these championships. World record yesterday in the heat and the final, and then again so close. This is a Paralympic event for her, so for 53 to do that time in a heat is impressive stuff. What can she do tonight in the final?
Well, 27.09. She's just going to drop another 0.3 of a second to challenge that world record mark and the 1,000 point mark. Gomez Santiago with Chen and Zeideveld. That is the finishing positions of the women's 50 metres freestyle. What do you think, Kelly? What's your guess at the points to get into that top 30? What do you think?
900 and 800 points, actually. I think 700 is probably going to scrape. 700 is going to scrape through. Yeah,
700 exactly.
Oh yeah, 700 exactly. There probably was a 700
I'm
exactly.
going to go for, I don't know.
What are you thinking?
I think it might be higher, you know. 720.
720. There were some high scorers towards the end, especially. It looks like Ellie Chalice will miss out probably. At the start, she did have a good heat swim, but still, the point scorers towards the end were really tough. But what can Santiago do tonight? Can she get that world record to add to her collection that she's already achieved?
Oh, she's had such a good competition here in Sheffield. She had such a good competition in the World Series meet in Italy last week as well. So swimmer very much on world record-breaking form. Here's the first heat of the men's 50 freestyle. Again, no times, not helping us here in the commentary box.
No, it doesn't really, but still, some impressive racing coming up. We've got, looks like we've got actually 4 athletes in this race. On our sheet it says 3, but 4 athletes. We've got an S9, an S6, an S3, an S5, all from India, which is great. So it's great to see them coming over to this World Series, and this has just touched Patil, the S9 athlete, in a 33.04 and 383 points, followed by the Chinese athlete in lane 4, S6, 37.94 in a points of 427. And coming up now, this last 15 meters, the athlete in lane 6 from India, S5, coming up, followed by, in lane 5, the Indian athlete, S3 category. But the last 5 meters, just touching the 109.78 with 81 points. It's great to see all these athletes coming over, but like I said, there's no entry time, so we can't see if these times are actually good for them because we don't know their times. But this athlete just touched the S3, the 127.91 with 131 points. Yeah, that 53 is definitely a splash and dash. It's over before we know it.
Our results confirmed for that first heat, 427 points for Lee Jung-sheng, who's ahead of the 3 Indian swimmers, Patil, Sharma and Gajendra in that order. 427. So, next heat to come. Again, only one swimmer with entry times listed. Swimmer in lane number 8 from Sweden. And there we are. Chaik from India in 1. Yin Weng Hong from China in lane 2. Shantanu from India in 3. Zhong Wei from China in 4. Abdul Halim Mohammed from Malaysia in 8. Colin Jingwan Soon from Singapore in lane 6. And Charith Poredi from India in lane 7. The only swimmer with the entry time listed is Manfred Assmann from Sweden.
Again, you can see all starting in different ways. Some on the block, sitting on the block. Some using a coach to help. Again, different disabilities enter in different ways to the swimming pool.
Yeah, again, range of classifications here. Colin Jingwan Soon is in the S12 classification. Some swimmers from the water, as you said, Ellie. Some from the sit start, some from the block. Good start from 5 and 6. Halim Mohammed, the S8 swimmer, in 5. Colin Jingwan Soon from Singapore in lane number 6. And we've seen Singaporean swimmers have a couple of good swims this week, a couple of high points totals. These two are coming in pretty close to each other. Jingwan Soon just into the wall first, but Abdul Halim Mohammed, 734 points. And that is a very good points total in these early stages. As the swimmers in the other lanes come in, I wonder if anyone can challenge that 734 point. Colin Jingwan Soon, 558, just behind Zhong Wei. 2 swimmers in the outside lanes here. Coming in now, Manfred Assmann and also Shantanu. So 734 for Mohammed. Don't think that one's going to be beaten. So a good battle at the front there, really, between Mohammed and Soon.
Yeah, that was a really, really, really good race. And I think when it's great when you've got a race next to you like that to push you forward, to push you on to a really, really fast time. And that was a fast time for Mohammed from Malaysia, the S8 swimmer, on a 28.06 and a very, very high score for this heat 2, 734. So I think that might actually, I know there's a lot of heats coming up. We've got 12 heats again for this 50 meters freestyle, but that might be able to scrape into the final tonight. So 30 swimmers will be making this final, but yeah, I think that point score will definitely be up there. So
734. I'm just checking the women's one.
Yeah, and what was it?
What do you think? 700, you said?
Yeah, I'm saying 700.
It was 30th place, 694. Oh, well done, Ellie.
Yeah, that, if you round that up, that is 700. And you said 724, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so Paul, I'm the winner. Woo! Buzzing about that. That's made my day. Made my Sunday morning.
Yes, heat number 3, Youssef Al-Sali, El Sayed from Egypt, Joe Field, Richmond Dale, Bruno Becker da Silva from Brazil, Alberto Barça Diaz from Chile, Harvey Phillips again in lane number 4, Gabriel dos Santos Araujo in 5, George Longley in 6, Niall Vim in 7, Mustafa Al-Husseini in 8, and Josiah Topf, the outside lane from Germany, in lane number 9. So again, got some world record breakers coming back into the pool now. Gabriel dos Santos Araujo has been in great form, the Brazilian. And Josiah Top as well on the outside lane, way up at the top. He set a world record yesterday in the 50 metres butterfly. Neither of them is the current world record holder, held by 2 Chinese swimmers, Lian Zhu and Wenpan Huang, in the S2 and S3 classes respectively. Going well, Mustafa Al-Husseini in lane number 8 from Iraq, followed by Nihal Vim from City of Coventry, 1 lane down, a young swimmer, S9 swimmer, again multi-class all the way through here. Josiah Top into the wall at the very top, the German swimmer. How much is he going to get? 788 points for Josiah Top. Brazilian Dos Santos Araujo into the wall now with 798 points, just getting ahead of the German. So the 2 world record breakers from yesterday. One broke the record in the heats, one broke the record in the final. They are close to each other in terms of points on this one as well. 798 and 788.
Yeah, some 2 top scorers there going in from that heat, but also Harvey Phillips as well, the British youngster S4 swimmer, 54.59, a second off his personal best, or a second off his entry time. And we're actually chatting to his dad yesterday and saying that, yeah, he's really, really happy with his swims. He broke the British records a couple of days ago, and it's great to see him back. I think his dad said that he had a bit of a break from the water, but he's back in and swimming really, really well and enjoying it as well. And I think that's the main thing, having fun, enjoying not just the training, but the competition too.
Yeah, great swims this week by Harvey Phillips, that's for sure. He must be pleased with what he's done. There is Isaac Johnson. He goes in lane 0 in this 4th heat. Julian Kang from China will be next to him. Theo Reynolds from Barnstable in 2. Mackenzie O'Reilly from Gloucester in 3. Lukman Abdi from City of Coventry in 4. Lyndon Longhorn goes in lane number 5 for Great Britain. Josh Renkma from Netherlands in 6. Ivo Rocha from Portugal in 7. Andreas Ernhover from Austria in 8. And Edvin Soderland from Sweden. That yellow cap goes up there in lane number 9.
Lyndon's been on form this competition, broke the British records. He is the British record holder for this event in 43.76. The qualification time is 38.59. Can he get it? It might be hard, it might be pushing it, but let's just see.
Well, good start again. Right up at the top by Edvin Soderland. He came off the blocks very well indeed. But in lane number 6, it looks like it might be Josh Renkma, with Lyndon Longhorn chasing him down here in the centre. Also going well in lane number 3, Mackenzie O'Reilly and Theo Reynolds. They are side by side here in the lanes just below those yellow marked lanes. The action probably going to be at the top though. Soderling is probably going to edge this one. He had an entry time of 40.66. He would love to dip under the 40-second mark, and I think he has done. 39.77. Highest points total though, looks like it is Lyndon Longhorn. Another great tussle he had with Andreas Ernhofer. But Lyndon Longhorn, 609 points, 42.75, Ellie.
Wow, another personal best and another British record. He's going to be buzzing about that. He's going to be delighted. Wow, what a heat for him. What a time. British record by Lyndon Longhorn. Very, very amazing.
Yeah, 42.75 for Lyndon Longhorn, and that is well, a second, just exactly a second, 1.01 seconds off the mark held by him, set last year in Aberdeen. So great swimming there for Lyndon Longhorn, and he is right at the top of the points totals as well. Longhorn 609 points, Andreas Ehrenhofer 602, and Zhu Liankang with 526. What a week that Lyndon's having.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I was chatting to him yesterday. He had a bit of a break, and then he came back in, went to the World Championships, was part of the relay team, but is on form, has been very much focusing, getting in shape, getting in form, focusing on the gym, and it's showing this hard work is paying off with the times that he's hitting and the British record and the personal best. What more could you ask for?
Absolutely, 609 points. Is he going to get another swim tonight? We're going to have another guess.
I hope so, because it'd be great to see him better that time that he's just done.
A number of S4s in this one as well. Mats Topkin in lane 0. Alexander Hobbs in 1. Royston O'Neill, Gordillo da Silva goes in 2. Ferreiro from Argentina goes in 3. Kassim Al-Kajafi goes for Iraq in 4. David Smetanine goes in 5 for France. Alan Kleber Basilo from Brazil. Taka Suzuki, Paralympic champion in that 100 freestyle, goes in lane number 7 for Japan. And Nathaniel Costigan from Satellite in 8, with Fabian Brunner from Germany in lane number 9. Well, number of S4s in this one. 5 out of the 10 swimmers all in the S4 classification. We'll watch out for them. Looks like maybe Taka Suzuki in lane 7 is going to be first in. Yeah, 827 points. In fact, he was just beaten by Alan Kleber Basilo from Brazil. 870 points for the Brazilian. And that's 2 big points totals there.
Yeah, that's very, very good for Heat 5, but the S4 swimmers, lower classifications, closest to their world records, 870 points by the Brazilian, followed by Taki Suzuki, 827. So yeah, they're going to be ones to beat in the next heats.
Yeah, time 37.97 for the Brazilian, so that's an improvement on his entry time. And Takayuki Suzuki just outside that entry time, so the 2 S4s going side by side there, and big points totals. Of course, we've got an S11 in this one again, Ellie, so we'll have to get the goggles checked before we can confirm the result. Nathaniel Costigan was out in front of that field, 36.40 for Costigan.
Yeah, great time from him. It looked really, really comfortable, looked really, really strong, and it good, prosperous for the future as well. We don't actually have many S11 swimmers on the team. We have the Humphrey sisters, but for males, it's great to have him for the future.
So the next heat on its way is heat number 6, just about the halfway point of this 12 heats. Who will be after this one has concluded. We have German Leonel Arevalo from Argentina, Theo Wooden from Crawley, Tang Qian from China, Jamie Markle from Birmingham Marlins, Bruce D from Northampton, Zach Washington Young from Great Britain, Katie Hinata from Japan, Archie Hare, another one of these Great Britain S11 swimmers, goes in 7, Muhammad Al Atwani from Iraq in 8, and Matthew Davis from City of Southampton going in lane number 9. Zach Washington Young in lane number 5, and Katie Hinata in lane number 6, and Bruce D in lane number 4. Well, in fact, there's no Bruce D this time in 4. So pulled out of an event last night as well, Bruce D, so we don't see him at this event this morning. Zach Washington Young with Hinata in the centre lane. 2 swimmers in the lowest numerical classifications, along with Tiang from China in 2, but into the wall. Looks like it might be Archie Hare who touches first. 32.67 for Archie Hare. 32.82 for Al Atwani. And good contest there at the front of that field, but the biggest points total might be Zach Washington-Young.
That is a really, really good time for him. His entry time of 35.24, and he's just gone 33.55. So I think he's going to be delighted by that. It looks like it actually is a personal best. I know he's been training very, very hard. He's moved to the National Performance Centre in Manchester, trains up there with the big group of the para swimmers. So when you're surrounding yourself with athletes, your teammates that are training for the same goal, it's definitely helps you, and it's paying off. And also an amazing swim there by Theo, the S11, sorry, Archie Hare, 32.67. We had an S11 swimmer, Nathaniel Constant, the swim before, but he just went there, 32.67, a personal best, faster than his entry time. And again, great to have these S11 swimmers emerging.
And there's the points total. 6.16 was that Washington-Young. Hinata, 6.01. Archie Hare in third, 4.97. Archie Hare claimed a British record a couple of days ago in the 50 breaststroke. Yes, 11 class. So great to see him making progress. And heat number 7, we're into the second half now. And we have Scott Hadley, Samuel da Silva de Oliveira from Brazil, Sumit Rajendra, Kuna, Sander Harris, Daniel Videra, Sam Downey, Nathan Brown, William Perry, Kian Stavel, Ethan Naisbitt. A few names you recognise in this one. Samuel da Silva de Oliveira, who had a great World Championships, multi-gold medalist at those World Championships last year, the Brazilian. He's the lowest numerical class in lane number 1. Watch out for the points of the Brazilian here as he touches the wall. 590 it was. Well, William Perry is going to be the highest points earner. 651 for Will Perry, the GB swimmer. 32.95 for Will Perry. So about half a second outside his entry time. But 651. Wow. Is that going to get him another swim? Ellie's the top of the S6s as we see, ahead of Xander Harris. We had a very good butterfly yesterday. And Daniel Videra with Samuel da Silva de Oliveira in 4th position.
Yeah, even though you had Sam Downey there finishing in a fast time, 31.03, and that actually seems like it is faster than his entry time and personal best. So amazing swim. Sam Downey is on form. He got that qualification time in the 100 meters backstroke, and it's showing he's an athlete in the S8 category to watch. But actually, in that heat there, William Perry was the highest scorer.
So again, good lineup for this one, heat number 8. Wang Liqiao, lane 0. Akash Das from Oswald Street going in lane number 1. Yuan Wei Yi from China, second of the S5 swimmers, 2 Chinese S5s in 0 and 2. Taliesin Glock in 6, who got a medal last night in the World Para Series events. Jamie Curtis in 4 for City of Bristol. Noah Burden in 5. Rowan Brennan in 6. Laurent Chardard, the winner of the butterfly gold medal in the World Championships 50 butterfly, the Frenchman. Mustafa Al-Haini in 8. And Daniel Xavier Mendes in 9. Very good swim here from Rowan Brennan in lane number 6. 26.98 for Rowan Brennan. Excellent swim there from the man now swimming in the S10 classification, Rowan Brennan. And the biggest points total is Taliesin Glock, I think. No, Laurent Chardard, just ahead of... No, in fact, Daniel Mendes, 824 right there at the bottom in lane number 9, right at the top of the screen, right at the bottom of the list as we're looking at it. They don't rank them in order for us, do they, Ellie? It's difficult.
It's so hard. We've got the swim right in front of us. We've got the timer ahead of us also, but then to the left of us on the screen is what you're seeing at home. Then to the right of us is the scoring point system, and it is, yeah, especially these 53s, it's happening so quickly. It's so hard to look at the times and also look at the point system as well. So yeah, we're sorry for a bit of confusion there, but
yeah, we get there.
Yeah, we're getting there a bit.
824 big points total there for Mendes. Chardard 790, Glock 757. We're going to see them again, I think.
Yeah, some really, really top S6 swimmers here with the Menez, the Brazilian, followed by Chardard, the French S6 swimmer, followed by Taliesin Glock as well there, another S6 swimmer. These athletes here, these S6 swimmers you're seeing are the top of the athletes in the S6 category. So you're seeing the world leaders here.
Yeah, and we've got another S6 in this one. The winner of the gold medal in 50 butterfly in Tokyo, and that's Wang Jinggang going in 1. We've got Lewis Jones, Wang in 1, Darren Prades Flores in 2, Malagi in 3, Luke Boyles in 4, Zach Sturgis in 5, Alfie Penfold in 6, Owen Say in 7, Zhang Boen in 8, and Aidan Stanbrook from Winchester in lane number 9. And there is Wang with that characteristic stroke that we've come to expect from him down there in lane number 1, that high turnover with the arm. Aidan Stanbrook's going to be first to the wall with 503 points. And it is Wang Jinggang, 727 points for the butterfly world, for Paralympic gold medalist in butterfly, Wang Jinggang. Of course, multi-class all the way. It makes our job a little bit more difficult. Ellie, we've got to look all over the pool.
We do. There's a lot to look at, but yeah, these Chinese don't seem to be bringing their A game to this competition. He was just out of his time by 2 seconds, actually. His entry time was 29.96, and he just went 31.77. So that actually the S6 athletes, the heat before actually went faster in a higher point system. But yeah, a lot to look at here. The times, the entry times, the score, the points, and also the different classifications. But makes it exciting to watch, doesn't it?
And the records, and the qualifications standards. We're doing our best.
British records, world records, qualification times. It's all happening here on a Sunday morning. And have you had a coffee yet, Paul?
I haven't had a coffee. I wonder if Rena is listening to us on the live stream. Big shout out for a coffee. The next heat is heat number 10. Wei Sung To, the Commonwealth Games medalist from Singapore, goes in 0. Luke Batty was had a really good week. He goes in lane number 1. Kai Gelstop, who's shown some real good sprint speed, the youngster, goes in lane number 2. Zaki Sokanen from Indonesia in 3. Marco Meneses, a world record breaker in the 50 backstroke 2 days ago. He goes in 4. Quentin Vieira in 5 from France. Kota Kubota from Japan in 6. Wong from Singapore in 7. Sinestro in 8 from Argentina. And Matthew Redfern leading the field out there in lane number 9, the Great Britain swimmer. Good swim here from Redfern. He's going to be first into the wall. 662 points. 768 from Meneses, and it's just eclipsed, I think, by To from Singapore, right at the top, 785 points, right at the bottom of your screen, I should say, right at the top of our list. It's another thing, Ellie, the list we've got is opposite direction to the pool. That's just another element to throw in there, but good swim from Matthew Redfern at the front of the field there.
Yeah, no, very, very much a good swim. 26.63 there. His PB, actually, it seems like it is a PB of 26.75, so a PB by a smidgen. He's just seen his sister yesterday, or the day before, make the qualification standard in the 100 metres breaststroke, and he made his debut last year at the World Championships, so I'm sure he's wanting to show the qualifiers, show Rob Aubrey and Tim Jones that he's ready to get as close to the qualification standard as possible. Not Tim Rice. I think I said Tim Rice yesterday. Tim Jones. Tim Rice.
Maybe Tim Rice can
yeah.
write the official song for the team or something.
Yeah, he could.
Heat 11. Yang Feng, Thomas Navarro Barber, Joao Fidalgo, Killian Portal, Swapil Patil, Yang Guanglong, Ollie Carter, Keiichi Kimura, Kieran Williams, and Florent Murray. Well, again, It's going to be a very tight contest, this one. Kimura, maybe the S11 swimmer, will be the favourite for this one, the bronze medalist at the World Championships last year. He goes in lane number 7, but it's very tight indeed. Well, we're going to have to wait for the points. No way we can call this one. 7:09 for Murray. Kimura, it is with a big points total, 871. That is going to be the highest points total. Let's just check the time for Kimura, 27.10 for him. Half a second outside his entry time, but quite a big points total, 871, Ellie.
Yeah, no, that's probably up there with the S6s in the previous heat. But actually, I think, looking back at my scores, I think actually that's number 1 at the moment from that Japanese S11 swimmer. And also, Ollie Carter there having a good swim. He had an incredible swim yesterday in the 400 free. So from 400 free yesterday, where he did a personal best, to 50 free today, it's quite easy, this one, the 50 free from him. But yeah, good time there. 644 points for Ollie Carter. Might be quite tough there to make the qualify. Might edge in actually to the finals tonight. But fast swimming there from that heat 11.
I don't think we've seen as many in the 700 point range. I mean, we're in heat 12 already. And certainly in the women's one, there seemed to be a raft of 700, like from heat 10 onwards, really. That was almost 700 points all the way. But there's the official result as Kimura, the S11 swimmer, has got the goggles check done. 27.10 for 871 points. Florent Murray, Paralympic medalist from France. He goes in second position, 7:09. And the two Yangs from China, Yang Guanlong and Yang Feng, separated by only 1 point. So, the final heat of this 50 meters freestyle. Justin Kaps from Germany, Hua Dongdong, first of the S11 swimmers. Roger Dorsman, second of these swimmers, the World Championship gold medalist from Netherlands. Nicolas Nieto from Argentina. Frederick Solberg, also World Championship silver medalist in the S9 class. He goes in 4. Yang Bozun, the world record holder from China, has held that record for the last 11 years, the Chinese swimmer. Yavyanda from Indonesia, Van Vanrooy from Netherlands, Stephen Clegg and Felipe Rodriguez in the outside lane. Rodriguez, the World Championship silver medalist, is going to be first to the wall. 24.47 for Felipe Rodriguez, 834 points. Gets in ahead of Stephen Clegg, 25.16. Thomas Van Vanrooy in 25.00. And it is the world record holder, Bozong Yang. I think 893, Ellie, is that right?
Yeah, no, that is right. 893. He's leading that heat there, followed closely by the other Chinese S11 swimmer in lane 1 on 870, followed by their Felipe Rodriguez, the Brazilian S10, 834. That was a fast heat there.
And for Felipe Rodriguez, we pleased to get in ahead of his good friend Stephen Clegg from Great Britain. That was we spoke to him the other day. He says, "I just want to get ahead of Stephen. Just want to get ahead of Stephen."
It's great when these
different classifications, of course.
Yeah, different classifications, but friends and competitors as well. These athletes, we love to race against each other and have that friendship rivalry.
It was 25.16 for Stephen Clegg. He's already achieved qualification standards for the GB team. It's not an event for the S12 swimmers in the Paralympic Games. They have to swim up with the S13s, but there's the result of the final heat, 893 and 870, the two Chinese S11s, Yang and Hua. Felipe Rodriguez, we'll see him again. Roger Dorsman again, another good swim for the Netherlands swimmer, the world champion. And yeah, nice set of 50 freestyles to get us warmed up in the morning. I feel more awake now after those 50 freestyles, Ellie.
Yeah, no, I'm joining you there, Paul. Very much feeling awake, feeling sprinty, feeling fast. And now we've got the 100 meters butterfly. But let's, Paul, how to make the final for the 50 meters free, the men's 50 meters free. I think it would have been...
You're on a roll now, aren't you? You're keen.
600 points, I'm thinking.
Well, don't know. I think it might be more than that.
Okay, I'll say 6:40.
Oh, I was just going to say that.
Were you?
But
Well, I'm reading your mind here.
6:41.
Oh.
Here we have Zhu Yu from China in one of these early heats again. We saw her in the first heat of the 50 freestyle. Caitlin Trevor, London Disability in 4. Keris McCrindle from South Ayrshire goes in lane number 5.
So
Now I'm going to go 6:60. I'll give you a chance.
you're going 6:60?
Yeah.
I'm going 6:40.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on these as this first heat of the butterfly for women is underway. 7 heats of this one. Again, we'll keep an eye on any record times that are broken. We'll keep an eye on qualification standards that people are trying to achieve.
So this first heat, the entry times, we've got 2 entry times. The Chinese athlete in lane 3 actually has not got a time entered, but coming out into the wall, this last 15 meters, heat lane 3, the Chinese Zhu S8 category, touching the wall there in a 120.93, 643 points. Very, very good point system there, score.
It's a good contest here going on in the middle of the pool. That's the 25-meter marker. And that's Caitlin Trevor closest to us and Keris McCrindle furthest away. And it looks like Caitlin Trevor might just have the edge here as they come into the very final stages. And these 2 swimmers had a few events this weekend, Ellie, I think. Caitlin Trevor and Keris McCrindle. They look well matched, these 2.
Yeah, not much to split them, but they're touch there. Caitlin Trevor, 208.38 and 120 points, followed by Keris McCrindle, 210.18, 115 points. So yeah, not much on the school system splits them either. 5 points splits them, but they're going to be happy with that.
Well, exciting news.
Oh, are you going to say that I beat you it again, Paul?
Well,
is that true? Is that going to happen?
No. It looks like there might be a tie for 30th position.
Oh, wow. And what does that mean? A swim-off. We love a swim-off.
Could well be a swim-off. There has been withdrawals, so you never know. There might be withdrawals, so we might not have a swim-off, but we'll get the result of this heat. Oh, and unfortunately, there is a disqualification. That's unfortunate because it was a good contest between the 2 swimmers, lanes 4 and 5. Zhu confirmed as the winner. Caitlin Trevor confirmed in 2nd position. 655 points.
Oh, that's you there, isn't it? Beat me 1-1 there. Still got 2 more races to go, 2 more events.
Oh no, pressure's on.
Both competitive.
Jasmine Barber in 1, Rachel Bolling in 2. Chen Yawen goes in lane number 3. Lily Rice back in the water again. She goes, in fact, she goes in 5 because Abigail Wickens is in 4. How could I miss Abigail Wickens with that purple hat in lane 4? Nakadi from India going in lane number 6, and Isabella Haynes from Swim Bournemouth in lane number 8. In fact, no swimmer in lane number 8, but we do have Husna Kukandakwe in lane number 7, the Ugandan swimmer. And you were speaking to Husna Kukandakwe?
Yeah, no,
yesterday?
I was. Yeah, yesterday, and speaking to I think it was either her coach or team manager as well, and they seemed, they asked me, am I swimming? And I was like, no, I'm not swimming. But no, it was great to see them here, and she looked in happy spirits, happy form, was the youngest athlete, at the Tokyo Paralympics. And 2 years later, she's here.
Big profile on social media. She is almost the face of African sport for IPC, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, and she's
great.
Which is amazing to see, and also she's swimming, looks like she's swimming really, really well here. Very, very strong. You've got Lily Rice as well, also a face as well. Not just an incredible athlete, Commonwealth Games medalist, but also a wheelchair. Oh, touched pretty much the same too.
Wow, what a great finish there. And it is cooking that way, just getting ahead of Lily Rice there. 136.80 and 137.08 for the two S8 swimmers.
Good time there by Lily Rice. 4 seconds faster than her entry time. And she's just literally just got out the pool from swimming the 50 free. So it's from 50 meters freestyle to 100 meters fly. Again, for the S8 category, getting the points of 372. Might be tough to make the final on those points, but we've still got many more heats to go. 7 heats of this 100 meters fly.
Yeah, well, great swim from Kukundakwe there. Great finish, actually, and that 136.80. That's an improvement for her by 2 and a bit seconds. It's great to see. And we do have disqualifications. Oh, goodness. 3 disqualifications in that one. Well, Kukundakwe and Lily Rice confirmed in the top 2 positions. So, next one is heat number 3. We have Abigail Daly, Gunnarsdal Dottir, Rebecca Hardy-Bishop from Jersey. We have Ana Castro from Portugal. We have Aragon Diana from Argentina. Evie Lambert goes in 5 for Borough of Kirklees. Ella Litton-Jones from Swim Gwynedd in 6. Amber van der Kroek, Netherlands in 7. Ella Williams from Swindon Dolphins in 8. And in lane number 9, Verena Schott.
Lane 7 looks like they're going off on a fast start. Looking very, very strong. The Netherlands S14 swimmer.
We saw her go out fast in the 200 freestyle yesterday, and she managed to hold on to that early start to claim a bronze medal in the World Para Series event. And yeah, Amber van der Kroek looks like a real find for the Netherlands.
Yeah, no, she did. There was a bit of a glide there going into the turn for the Netherlands swimmer, so maybe she could improve on that tonight. I know behind us there's all the biomechanists who film the swims. She'll look at that and think, yep, tonight if I make the final, no gliding.
And Verena Schott as well, you know very well, Verena Schott, the German in the outside lane. She is the world record holder in this one. 100 butterfly, not an event which is swam at the major internationals for the S6 swimmer. But Verena Schott is the world record holder in this one, and going well in lane number 1. It is the S14 swimmer from Iceland, Gunnarsdal Dottir, and it is Gunnarsdottir who gets it. A little bit of a cheer from the Icelanders right behind us here. So good swim from their swimmer, 498 points for Gunnarsdottir. And Amber van der Kroek, 430 points, 123.85. Let's see what Verena Schott can get there, 129.84. It's a couple seconds outside the world record mark, but good points total, 827.
Yeah, very, very good points there, very, very high. Like you said, Paul, this is not a Paralympic event for the S6 swimmers, but still, she is the world record holder. She has got a good time, and she has scored high. There's the confirmation.
Yeah, Verena Schott taking that one, 827. Well ahead of the rest of the field in terms of points. Aragon Diana in second position. Gunnarsdottir with that great swim closest to us in lane number 1. Gets in third spot with 498 points. Here is heat number 4. Heat number 4 sees Devashi Satya from India, Mira Jean-Mac from Germany, Amber Haycock back in the water again, after that good 50 freestyle. She goes in 2. Susie Pellis from Netherlands, there she is in lane 3. Imogen Dodds goes in lane number 4. Da Silva Ribeiro from Brazil goes in lane number 5. Chiara Felon from Citi of Salford, that yellow cap, goes in lane number 6. Rebecca Lewis goes in lane number 7. Great Britain swimmer. Tatiana Lebrun, Belgian World Championship medalist, goes in 8. And Megan Willis goes in lane number 9. Megan Willis again had another good swim this morning, Ellie, in the 50.
Yeah, no, she had a very, very good swim. And then straight from that 50 metres sprinting, freestyle, straight into this 100 metres butterfly. She's the Welsh youngster, definitely one to watch. She's got an entry time of 1:19.27. Can she get that personal best? Can she get close to this time? She's going out very, very strong, turning first there in a 34.84, followed closely there by the other S10, Belgium, in 35.75. But
it does look like the 3S10 stretching away here at the far side as we look at it. The 2 Welsh swimmers, Rebecca Lewis and Megan Willis, Commonwealth Games representatives for the Welsh team, Tatiana Lebrun inside them. It's going to be a real tussle here for the bragging rights for the 2 Welsh swimmers here. Megan Willis and Rebecca Lewis is coming back really strongly. Rebecca Lewis with every stroke pulling back on Megan Willis. It's going to be right into the wall here, and the touch will go to Rebecca Lewis by 1/100th of a second. Megan Willis in second. They got the same number of points, 6:11, and that could be the highest points total of all of the swimmers in here. But what a good contest between the 2 Welsh swimmers. They'll know each other well, I'm sure. A great swim there. Great comeback from Rebecca Lewis. Wow.
yeah, that was really, really good. Going out first there was Megan Willis, but Rebecca Lewis taking it all the way home, and very, very good times there as well. I think faster than their entry times, probably personal bests as well. They had the entry time there of Rebecca Lewis, 1:19.60, Megan Willis, 1:19.27, 1:18.93 for Rebecca Lewis there, and a 1:18.94, so 2 personal bests.
Yeah, and they tied there for that second position. It was Da Silva Ribeiro, 617 points, just edged the 2 Welsh swimmers out there at the front of the field. 617. I don't know, the 100 butterfly, 617. We could be looking at another swim for these 3 swimmers at the front of the field there.
Yeah, no, it'll be great to have another opportunity. It's always good to get good heat swims, but then to progress that going into the final too. So another chance, hopefully, once we've still got a few more heats to go here in the 100 metres butterfly. 3 more heats left, but hopefully another chance for these 2 youngsters.
Well, heat number 5 is just about on its way. There's a young girl who was a quiz winner again today.
All waving.
Everyone enjoying themselves here this morning.
Yeah.
So the next heat to come, we're looking for some swimmers hopefully trying to edge closer towards these qualification standards in these final heats, Ellie.
Yes, it is. You've got Brock Winston here, the S9 swimmer, 1:14.56 is her entry time. 1:10 the qualification time, but she's been on really, really form. She got that qualification time in the 100 metres breaststroke by a second, and so is there another opportunity, another race here to hit that qualification time again?
Line up for this heat 5, Connie Ratley, yellow cap there in lane number 0. Agata Pauli from France in 1. Emmy Sheridan from Ireland in 2. Brock Whiston goes in lane 3 for Great Britain. Saskia Webb next to her. She goes in lane number 4. Soares de Oliveira goes in 5 for Brazil. 2 Chinese swimmers side by side. Jin Kyo-chin and Jiang Shenyang goes in 6 and 7, the 2 S8s. Anastasia Dimitrov the young Spanish swimmer, already a medalist at these championships. In the World Para Series event, she goes in 8, and Pernilla Lindberg, who had a very good swim last night in the 400 freestyle. She's showing her strength this time in the 100 butterfly. But it is a very good contest. Dimitriev and Pernilla Lindberg side by side here. S14 swimmer from Sweden and the S9 swimmer with an arm impairment, Dimitriev. And right in the centre of the pool, Saskia Webb and Soares de Oliveira. They're having their own private battle, but this one is going to come down, I think, to 8 and 9. And Dimitriev gets in 1:12.49, 773 points. We'll just watch for the S8 points there. Jiang, 651 for her. So it's not going to catch the 772, but Anastasia Dimitriev showing her strength on the butterfly there, Ellie. She burst onto the scene last year as the breaststroke specialist, taking the world title.
Yeah, but that butterfly there looked amazing. She had a great race, pushing it all the way with the Lindberg from the Swedish S14 swimmer, pushing it all the way. But that time there of a 1:12.49 with a 773, and not followed closely by Brock Winston on a 1:14.54. That again, another great time, faster than her entry time for Brock Winston. But all about Dimitri, this new Spanish S9 there.
Yeah, and I wonder if she is going to add to the tally of medals that she has got here in these championships. She already won a medal in the 200 metres individual medley. And here is heat number 6 of this 100 metres butterfly. Bianca Papp from Hungary, Lu Weiyuan from China, Danielle Jimenez, Argentina, Leanne Morceau from France, Georgia Sheffield from Great Britain, Janina Brouwer from Germany, Ellen Keane from Ireland, Chung Ho Yin from Hong Kong, Mami Inui from Japan, and Roisin Nirian from Ireland. Georgia Sheffield did dip under the Great Britain qualification standard in the 100 baht. The only thing was that 3 other Great Britain swimmers did the same, and she was number 4.
Yeah, which is in the World Championships in the team for Great Britain, only can take top 3 athletes to hit that qualification standard. But she's got a chance in this race, this 100 butterfly. She's entered in a 1:11.23. The qualification time is a 1:08, so she's got to have a 3 seconds drop off, but she hit that qualification time in the 200 IM, so she's swimming really, really well. Cool. So can she get it? But we've got some other S14s in the next heat to watch. Bethany first, Jessica Jane Applegate, Louise Fitz. But yeah, this race is happening right now.
Yeah, Roisin Nirian off to a great start here, and she's holding this pace right into the end of this 100 metres butterfly. The Irish medalist at European Championships in 2021 and at the World Championships last year. Real find for the Irish team. The visually impaired swimmer comes home in 109.12. And 744 points for Roisin. Bianca Papp in the closest lane to us, 111.97 for the S10 swimmer, 806 points. And also Lu Weiyuan from China, 757 points. So it is Bianca Papp, the gold medalist in the 100 backstroke in Tokyo. Top in terms of the points. First to the wall, though, was Roisin Nirian, 3rd place, 744.
Looks like it was a personal best there by Georgia Sheffield, 1:11.01. So that's great swim there for her.
Well, Roisin Nirian, based down in Limerick. I was at school with her coach.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Small world.
Yeah, there you go. Or one of our coaches, anyway. John Chironic. So shout out to John if he's listening. I'm sure he will be keeping tabs on his swimmers. So, final heat now. This is going to be a close one. Can anyone dip under the qualification standard? We're going to have to be on our A game for this one, Ellie. Lots to look out for. Zhu Jieling, Lisa Kruger, Faye Rogers, Poppy Maskell.
Oh,
Oh dear.
telling them to relax. Does happen. Sometimes the start system can mess up a bit of technology. Athletes need to stay focused, stay calm, out of their control. Now,
Back down again. I said Zhu Jieling, Lisa Kruger, Faye Rogers, Poppy Maskell, Maria Carolina Gomez, Santiago, Chen Yi, Chan Yu Lam, Louise Fides, Bethany Firth and Jessica Jane Applegate. Those are the swimmers taking the start here for this one. Can anyone dip under those British qualification standards? Are we going to get a time close to the world record? Maria Carolina Gomez Santiago has got world records to her name. Swimmer in lane 4. She's not the record holder in this one. That's held by Joanna Mendek of Poland. And, well, at the turn, it looks like it is Poppy Maskell again continuing that great run of form. She's ahead of Bethany Firth and Jessica Jane Applegate. 3 British swimmers ahead of the rest of the field. Chan from Hong Kong in 4th position. Faye Rogers going well from University of Aberdeen Performance. She's chasing a qualification standard of 109.71. The S14 swimmers 108.17. It's very close at the finish here. Poppy Maskell looking good in lane number 3 as she comes into the wall. Poppy Maskell is going to hit it first, I think. Oh, it's a tie. 873 points. Good swims there from Poppy Maskell. And also from Chan from Hong Kong. 106.24. Faye Rogers has come in 107.61. Is that good enough, Ellie, for Faye Rogers?
106. Where's Faye Rogers? There she is. 107.61. That is underneath the qualification standard. Brilliant from her. So the qualification standard was 109.71, and Faye Rogers there with 973 points has hit the World Championships qualification standard. She is gonna be buzzing.
Yeah, 107.61. The results have just gone away from our screens too quickly for us to actually wrap up that. I think Poppy Maskell was under the qualification standard as well, definitely.
Yeah, Poppy was. Poppy went 106.24, and the qualification standard for the S14 category is 108.17, sorry. So, yeah, so we are seeing qualification standards in that heat going. So many athletes putting their places for the World Championships this year.
So well done, Faye Rogers. Well done to Poppy Maskell. And 2 more qualification standards achieved. So Faye Rogers, a newcomer, she'll be delighted to get that. She had to wait all week for her best event, this 100 butterfly, and she has done it. She's achieved that standard. So well done, Faye Rogers.
Yeah, amazing, amazing swim. And sometimes you've got to do that at the Paralympics. It's a 10-day meet. At World Championships, it's a 7-day meet. And sometimes your main event is the last day. You've got to stay focused. You see your teammates doing really well on day 1, day 2, but sometimes it is the last day, and you've got to stay focused and give it everything you've got. And Faye's done that. She's remained in the zone, and it's paid off. Hit that qualification time.
Well, another name to add to our list of qualifiers. So Faye Rogers from University of Aberdeen Performance in that 100 metres butterfly.
So is that 13 now on the list that we've got?
Yeah, well, it depends if we count the one from Georgia Sheffield who's made that list. So we've got brackets around Georgia Sheffield, which was... she did make the qualification standard, but she was number 4. So to the very letter of the selection procedure, it's not an official selection because you have to be in the top 3. And we move on to the men's 100 metres butterfly. We have Samuel Silva de Oliveira, Inaki Basilov, Ashish Kumar Singh, and Josh Rinkma. Inaki Basilov has had a sensational last couple of days. He has taken 2 World Series titles already in the 200 meters individual medley on day 1 and in the 400 freestyle yesterday. And he looks a swimmer in incredible form. Here he comes now into the closing stages. Inaki Basilov, look at that. 107.09 for Inaki Basilov. And that is only 0.2 of a second outside the world record mark. 991 points for him. But here is Samuel De Silva Oliveira, 116.44. And that is inside the record mark. So De Silva Oliveira has just taken the mark of his hero, Daniel Diaz.
Wow, Daniel Diaz, the S5 Brazilian swimmer, is a legend of the Paralympic sport and in Brazil. And his teammate now has just smashed that world record and is sitting on the lane rope. He's so chuffed. 116.44, smashed that world record by a second. And
look at him sitting on the lane rope, celebrating there.
Yeah. So happy, so proud. Like,
final swimmer coming in is Josh Renkma from the Netherlands. He has been, well, when he finishes, he'll realise he's been in such a quality heat, a world record swim and a 991 points at Basilov. But there, what a swim from De Silva Oliveira. Basilov was a great swim at the front of the field, but young man Samuel De Silva Oliveira, who had a great World Championships last year. De Silva Oliveira, what a world record performance here. He's won gold in the backstroke, 50 backstroke and 50 butterfly at the World Championships. It's not a World Championship event, this 100 butterfly, but he can claim world records in it, and that's just what he's done.
Yeah, and world record is a world record. To have a world record to your name is everything. So, yeah, he's taking it off his rival, well, one of the Brazilians' legends, and now he is the world record holder of the 100-meter butterfly in S5. What a morning swim that was.
Well, what a way to start, the 100 butterfly. And I tell you, Inaki Basilov will probably try to challenge that mark tonight.
Yeah, we might see 2 world records. Wow, he looked so comfortable. Basilov, incredible stroke, beautiful stroke in fact. Looked very comfortable, and yeah, we might see another 2 world records possibly go again tonight. But we've still got many heats left. We've got 10 heats of the 100 meters butterfly. This is heat 1, and now we're on to heat 2.
And heat number 2, we see Atar Shahaji Patil from India in lane number 1, Hobon Samuel G from Hong Kong in lane number 2. So these 2 swimmers don't have any entry time. So we have Nathan Brown from Richmond Dale, who goes in lane number 2, Mackenzie O'Reilly from Gloucester in 3, Theo Reynolds from Barnstable in 4, Jamie Markle from Birmingham Marlins in 5, William Browning, Tadcaster in 6, Mohammed Al Atwani from Iraq in 7, and the 2 Williams in the outside lane, William Lake and William Newton, Richmond Dale and City of Coventry. So, good start here from Hobon Samuel Chi from Hong Kong. Looks like he is going to lead them through as we see the final swimmers going through the halfway point, but here is the leader, Hobon Samuel Chi from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, as we said yesterday, have always had a fair representation, but always in the S14 class. They seem to have just targeted that S14 classification. I don't remember any other Hong Kong swimmers in any other classifications at all.
No, I think you're right there, Paul. Don't remember any in the other categories. Majority is just the S14, but yeah, he is the highest class in this heat 2. It's Coventry swimmer next to him, another William Newton, just finishing there in lane 8.
Big support from the crowd here for some of these swimmers, some of the young GB swimmers in the centre lane, so it's great to see their families and friends cheering them on. And into the centre. We'll just check the times there of these swimmers as they finish there. Looked like Jamie Markle with a good swim in 1:51 from him. Just outside these best time. William Browning, 1:47 is an improvement for him. But in terms of the points, it was the man who touched the wall first. It's not always the case that that happens. And
looks like it's that S14 swimmer that touched first in a 1:09.09. 482 points there, leading the way.
And the Hong Kong swimmers have had success on the international stage. I think all the S14 class, of course, with the intellectual impairments. And Hong Kong actually hosted the World Championships for athletes with intellectual impairments back, I think it was back in the early 2000s, I think. And so they obviously built up their squad of intellectually impaired swimmers at that point, and it's never really diminished at all. And there is Holborn Samuel Chi taking that one, but of course, unfortunately, the delay was because there were some disqualifications, so 3 disqualifications in that one, so that's unfortunate.
It can happen though, in the fly. If you don't touch with 2 hands, or if your category, the drop shoulder. But we're now on heat 3 of the 100 meters butterfly.
Yeah, we have Lewis Jones from Aaron Tridents in lane number 0. Afrid Mukhtar Akhtar from India in 1. Mustafa Al-Haini from Iraq in 2. Kai Gelsthorpe back in the water again, off to a good start in lane number 3. That red cap. Marco Menezes from Portugal goes in 4. The S11 swimmer. Akash Das goes for Oswestry in 5. Scott Hadley from City of Coventry in 6. Liam Hardy, Oldham Aquatic in 7. Aidan Stanbrook back in the water again. He goes in lane number 8. He had his birthday 2 days ago. He was 16 years of age. And Signorini completes the lineup for Argentina in lane number 9. So, good contest here in lanes 2 and 3. Al-Haini and Gelsthorpe. I saw the Iraqi swimmers swim very well in the Hurley heats yesterday morning. And we've got Signorini in the very outside lane there from Argentina. Had the fastest entry time of 1:16.56. But Gelsthorpe really picked up the pace there in the last 5, and he gets in 349 points, 1:16.89 for Kai Gelsthorpe. He's into the wall first. In terms of the points, it is Signorini, I think. We'll take that one in, 5:59.
Yeah, it looks like that Argentinian there is top of the point scorer. Some really, really good, strong swims. Like you said, Aidan Stanbrook, I was speaking to his mum earlier, that she was standing behind us yesterday when he was swimming in the final and going wild, and she came over and apologised. I was like, no, don't apologise, it's good. We like to hearing the positivity, the screaming, the supporting, like, it's the passion, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
And she mentioned that Aidan was 16 on Friday, so happy birthday to him.
Well, we had the S11 Marco Menezes in this one, so he'll have to have the blacked out goggles checked, so we'll just have a slight delay, I'm sure, for that one. But we get visits from all the mums and dads and coaches up here, don't we?
Yeah, we love it.
We're almost right on the walkway behind us, and everybody just shouts over, especially to you.
We can see everything and hear everything, and it's really nice to be in the thick of it, you know. We've got great view of the swimming happening right ahead of us, but also to be in the thick of it with the coaches. We've got the British swimming team to the left of us with Rob Aubrey, and I call him Doug, but it's not Doug. It's Dave Evans.
Dave Evans.
And then to the right of us, all the teams.
He does answer to Doug,
He
doesn't
does,
he?
though. I
only
do.
to you.
Only to me. I've always called him Doug on the team. And we've got to the right of us all the athletes. We can see Estonia, Thailand, Iceland, Portugal, and it's great. I love it. Love being in the thick of it here.
We have 2 disqualifications in that one, unfortunately. So Akash Das was confirmed as the winner of that heat in terms of points, with 442 points. So the next heat is on its way.
We've got Thomas Navarro Barber here, the S9 swimmer in lane 5 with a qualification of 1:02.36. Might be quite a big push for him. His entry time is 1:12.95, but definitely one to watch in the future.
Yeah, big lineup for this one. Tobias Klassen in 0. Big number of S14s, I was going to say, for that one. Tobias Klassen, S14 in 0. Julian Fulgraf from Germany, off to a decent start. He goes in 1. Zachary Lacey from Seaclose in lane 2. We have Vijit Nukompradit from Thailand in lane number 3. He was sitting right across from us yesterday. Saw him this morning. Thomas Navarro Barber goes in 5. Matthew Scott in 6. Chirikot Chuvong from Thailand in 7. Wei Sung To from Singapore in 8. And Jordan Maney from France, off to a great start here and leading them through in the final stages, I think. Jordan Maney. Very close between the 2 swimmers on either side here. Julian Fulgraf and Jordan Maney. France getting the better of Germany. 108.71 and 109.61. Wei Sung To, again, the Singaporean medalist at the Commonwealth Games in the 50-metre events. He's done a pretty good 100 metres butterfly there. 717 points for him.
Yeah, that top points there for the Singapore S7 swimmer. The 1:14.72, 717. He's probably going to make that final with that points.
And we never ever found out where Seaclose was, did we?
No, I never Googled it either.
We'll have to ask the likes of Dave Metcalf, maybe. He might be able to tell us.
Oh.
Where Seaclose Club is.
Yeah, where
He's just
Seaclose.
joined us.
Where's Seaclose? So he's just given us here.
He's just given us a piece of paper.
Yeah.
We have in our hand a piece of paper, which means we have a swim off.
Yeah.
As we suspected.
50 metres freestyle.
Oh, that's an interesting one. The man who's just finished the 100 metres butterfly, Thomas Navarro Barber, against the experienced 5-time Paralympian from France, David Smetanine.
Oh, that's going to be a good one to watch later on after this.
A young GB swimmer against one of the most experienced athletes we've had in the pool here this weekend in Sheffield. So that is going to be fascinating to watch for that swim-off. So that will take place after the last event of this session of this 100 butterfly, I would suspect, although we haven't been given official notice of that one, shall we say. Zach Sturgis goes in heat number 5 alongside Angus Leckenby. Quentin Vieira in 2 from France. No swimmer in 3, but we have Hua Dongdong from China in 4. Freydon Dewan, Malaysia in 5. Bo Zong Yang back in the water again after that impressive 50 metres freestyle swim earlier. Liu Fenggui from China in 7. Philip Hebmuller from Germany in lane number 8. And Thomas Cordeiro from Portugal in lane number 9. Philip Hebmuller, the S13 swimmer with a visual impairment, leads them through. Thomas Cordeiro saw him swim a very good 400 freestyle the other day, the S10 swimmer from Portugal, and also going well in lane number 2. Looks like the French swimmer Quentin Vieira. He's going to take the tap here at the end. There's the coach just at the end of this one. Bring his swimmer home. Quentin Vieira will be behind Feb Muller in terms of points, 570. The S11's coming into the centre now. Watch the points totals for those two in 4 and 6. 887 for Yang Bo-zun. 104.77 for the great Chinese champion. 6 times a Paralympic gold medalist, Yang Bo-zun. And it looks like he is going to top the table in this one, Ellie.
Yes, it does. 104.77, a point score of 887. I think that's, apart from the 2 world records, well, the 1 world record in Heat 1.
Yeah, and the 991.
And the 991 points, that's definitely up there with that, the highest point scorer. So a great swim from that, the Chinese S11 swimmer.
So we are going through these at a pace, Ellie.
Yeah.
This is the last event of the morning, apart from the swim-off, of course.
Yeah, it's going into Heat 6 now, but yeah, very much this morning heats are flying. It's 11:15 on a Sunday morning, Mother's Day.
We are here
in Sheffield.
In subtropical temperatures on the poolside of Ponsford. It's not as warm as it was yesterday. I don't think it was really warm yesterday.
Yeah, it was very, very hot. But yeah, not as hot, but still. Paul's got his shorts on, his Speedo shorts. He's changed them. Was wearing jeans on the walkover. It was beautiful wet day here in Sheffield as well. Typical. Always a sunny day when you're stuck in a swimming pool. But hey, what more of a better place could you ask for? We're here at Sheffield at the Para Swimming World Series, incorporating the British Para Swimming meets. So we've had some S11 swimmers there, so the results haven't come up yet because, again, the referees have to check the goggles, or there could be a couple of disqualifications. We don't know. It is 100 metres butterfly. There's higher chance of some disqualifications happening, but yeah, we're still waiting for the results to come up now and be confirmed.
Yeah, it's a long wait, this one. I do suspect there might be disqualifications, but we don't know, but we shall see. Let's hope not.
You can see the Belgium swimmer get there, getting ready. So about to race his 100 metres butterfly. The Belgium S14 swimmer. Parmentier. Parmentier. I'm trying to...
Parmentier. Go for that. Georgie Oxby is listed as a disqualification. He didn't show for the start, so that's, in my book, not a disqualification, so we're pleased that everyone's got through that cleanly. A big points total at the top of the board there. There's Parmentier's name in line 0. Matthew Redfern back in the water again after that very good 50 freestyle. Jendi Pangbian in 2 from Indonesia, Bram Dalman, and Bas Takken from the Netherlands. They go in 3 and 4. Ollie Carter back in again for Great Britain in lane number 5. Hong Yin Won from Hong Kong in 6. Brett Bassett from City of Derby in 7. But Wachirawit Inchu from Thailand in lane number 8. And Diogo Cancela, World Championship medalist. In this event, he goes in lane number 9, the Portuguese swimmer. And he's behind the field at the moment, a man from Portugal, because leading them through was Won Hon Yin from Hong Kong. Another one of these Hong Kong swimmers impressing us here in these heats this morning. Ollie Carter coming through strongly in lane number 5. And it's very, very close to pick to see who is going to be in 3rd position. Maybe Matthew Redfern and Jendi Pangbian. Into the wall is Wong, 713 points. 103.85 for Carter. It's a good time from him. In 2nd position. And in terms of points, Pangbian in 711 points. Just behind Wong in 713. But they're both behind Diogo Cancela.
Yeah, the Portuguese S8 swimmer there, scoring high points on the 785, followed by the S14 Hong Kong in 713 points, followed by the S9 Indonesian swimmer on a 104.06 in a point score of 711. So all there, 700 point mark. And then the 2 British athletes followed there. Ollie Carter, you saw him earlier on the 50 metres. Freestyle, just there, qualified in the swam the 100 metres fly.
Yeah, 2 good times there for Carter and Redfern, faster than the entry times. And this is heat number 7. Rowan Brennan in lane 0. Wong Wei Ji in lane number 1 from Singapore. Kilian Portal, the younger of the two Portal brothers, goes in lane number 2. Elian Araya from Argentina in 3. Justin Capps from Germany in 4. Sikai Brian Lau in lane number 5. Yang Feng from China goes in lane 6. Owen Garsides in 7 from Kingston upon Hull. Roger Dorsman from the Netherlands, he goes in lane number 8, and Joseph Greaves goes for Nova Centurion in lane number 9. Again, we've got one S8 swimmer, and that is Yang Fen, who was a silver medalist in this event in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Watch out for the points total of him and Roger Dorsman as well. Roger Dorsman just missed out in the medals for this one in Tokyo, just in 4th position. But Dorsman has been in good form in lane number 8. Watch out for his points total. Kilian Portal, visually impaired swimmer, looks like he might be bringing them home in lane number 2. The younger of the two Portal brothers, 646 points for him. And it is a Paralympic silver medalist, 804 points for Yang Feng. In lane number 6, the S8 swimmer, I think, might just take that one, Ellie.
Yeah, no, it looks like it is that S8 Chinese athlete, Feng Yang, scoring 804 points on a 106.69, followed closely by the Roger Dorsman, the Netherlands S11 swimmer, on a 108.97. 735 points. Then it's close then after that, but Kilian Portal, you saw him dominate that race, leading all the way on a 102.13, 646, but there was actually disqualification from the Nova Centurion swimmer, S14, Joseph Greaves. Disqualification there.
Yeah, 804 and 735, the top 2 points there. So again, the points, they'll get another swim tonight, won't they? 804 points, you would see.
Yes.
Be safe enough for that one. 2 Japanese swimmers in this one. 2 Japanese S11 swimmers, I should say, because there's 4 in total from Japan. A big Asian presence in this one. Hong Kong in lane 0 with Jung. China in lane 1 with Zhu. Uchu Tomita from Japan in lane number 2.
Oh, just told them to stand down there.
Oh, another Hong Kong swimmer in lane 3. Rio Rogers and Rhys Darby, they are in the centre lanes, the 2 British swimmers. And it's back to the Asian swimmers again in 6, 7, 8 and 9. Keiichi Kimura, Paralympic champion in this event in lane number 6. Kevin Seki, S14 swimmer in lane number 7 from Japan. Genki Saito from Japan in 8. And Chinese swimmer Yang Guanglong in lane number 9. So what can the 2 Great Britain swimmers do against the Japanese swimmers, the Chinese swimmers and the swimmers from Hong Kong? It is going to be fascinating here. Uchu Tomita and Keiichi Kimura, both medalists in their home Paralympic Games in this event, the 100 butterfly. You said earlier, Ellie, Paralympic Games is a 10-day meet, and these 2 had to wait until day 10 to get their big event.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was such an emotional moment on the medal podium for those 2, Keiichi Kimura and Uchu Tomita, who took those 2 medals in that 100 metres butterfly. Going well in lane number 8 and also in lane number 5. Rhys Darby in lane number 5 and Genki Saito in lane number 8. Rhys Darby already inside the qualification standards for the GB team in 200 IM. And he, I think, has brought them home there in 1 minute .95.
Yeah, that was definitely a fast swim from Rhys Darby. Faster than his PB of a 101.63. But even though he did touch first in a new personal best, it was the Japanese S11 in lane 2, Tomiti, who's the highest scoring point in 103.97. He scored there 921 points, followed closely by his teammate in the opposite end of the pool, Kimura, In lane 6, the S11 Japanese swimmer scoring a 903 points there. But that was a great swim by Rhys Darby. He's having a great competition.
Yeah, he certainly is another emerging talent, and this young lady will be happy because she was supporting everyone from Wales last night, and Rhys Darby is a Welsh swimmer who has made his way onto the, well, into consideration, you should say, for the GB team, because of course the selection's not going to be confirmed. I think the 27th they've said.
Yeah, I think that's what they said on the selection policy. So even though these athletes are posting qualification standard times, there's still a panel to be decided, and then they'll get notified when that panel happens in the 27th of...
27th, yeah. I think it's next Monday, a week tomorrow, I think.
But in this next heat, we've got actually James Clegg. He's one of my old teammates. He's back, had a bit of retirement, and now back.
Yeah, well, there's a result of that previous heat. Tomita and Kimura, they reverse the positions that they finished in Tokyo. 921 and 903 points. And they are the top two. And yeah, as you said, elite James Clegg taking the start here in lane number 6. There's the full lineup. Milne, Verncombe, Nieto, Lawler, Zhu, Redzuan, Clegg, Oliveira, Matera and Catchpole. It's great to see James Clegg back again, 10 years out of the water. Well, out of international contention. We shouldn't say out of the water because we don't know. He must have been training to do the kind of times that he managed to achieve in the 100 freestyle. Great effort from him, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, very, very fast. I think he went a 57 on that 100 metres freestyle. And like you said, Paul, having that time out the water, got a bronze medal back in London 2012 in this event, and to see him back in the pool. But it's a tough race. There's some fast swimmers in this. You've got the S14s. You've got another Brazilian S12 over there in lane 8. You've got Louis Lawler. You've got Jordan Catchpole in lane 9 after his amazing swim yesterday, hitting that qualification standard. So great heat 9 this is.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Catchpole's taking the start here. So Matera right up there at the top in lane 8. He is leading them through. And it's close in the centre. It might be Redzan in lane number 5. But here's Matera into the wall. 58.92 for him. And 59.85 for Cameron Verncombe and for Redzan. They tie in 741 points, exactly the same time. James Clegg is in 102.20, 759 points for James Clegg. And that might be enough for another swim tonight.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think there's going to be 30 athletes going into the final. And I think that point scorer that he's had, 759, is going to possibly qualify him for the final tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to just watch how many finals there are. So there are 10 heats of this one. There may well be 3 finals, because some of the events last night, we only had 2 finals. You see a disqualification there for Zhu of China in that previous heat, but the other results were confirmed. So we'll just have to watch out whether it's the top 20 or the top 30, like. But there's only one way you can guarantee another swim. That's to swim as fast as you can, get as high a points total as you possibly can. Wonder what Stephen Clegg has got up his sleeve here.
He is the world record holder in this event, this 100 metres flying, a 56.75. What can he do in this race now?
Yeah, the lineup for this one: Thomas van Rooij, William Ellard, a new find for the Great Britain team, goes in 1. Medina Casinos in 2. Robert Isaac Johnson in 3. Flora Murray from France in 4. And 2 Japanese swimmers, Matsuda and Yamaguchi, in 5 and 6. Stephen Clegg, world record holder in the S12 class, in lane 7. Alex Portal from France in 8. Had a great swim in the 400 yesterday. And Gabriel Bandera, the world record holder in the S14 classification. He goes in the outside lane. Bandera leading them through, looking really good. The S14 swimmer in the outside here. World record stands at 54.18 for him. 56.75 for Stephen Clegg. Here is Bandera into the finish now, and it's going to be a high points total, 870 for Bandera. Stephen Clegg, 58.76 for him at the finish. And both the world record holders just a couple of seconds outside their world record times. Stephen Clegg looking good. And qualification places William Ellard, 59.00. That's just outside the standard that for the GB team. He won't be too disappointed with that after his 200 efforts yesterday.
No, he won't. The time that he just went there, 59 dead. The qualification time is 57.35. But like you say, Paul, he won't be disappointed with that because he did qualify last night.
So 2 world record holders lead the way in that final heat, 900 points and 870 points. 796 for Medina Cancinos and Alex Portal with 792. So swim off. They will be coming very shortly. It's been a good morning so far, really.
No, it's been a great morning. We've seen some great swims, qualification times, world records, British records. It's been a great Sunday morning. And it still hasn't finished. We've still got one swimming coming up. And this is fab to see, a swim off between Navarro Barber, the S9 swimmer. We saw him just in the 100 meters fly against the legend that is David Smetanine of France, the S4 swimmer.
I'm just trying to look for the times here on this one. So Thomas Navarro Barber, 27.63 that he went, the S9 swimmer. Of course, it's all about the points. And David Smetanine, 41.72. So the gap between the two is some 14 seconds, Ellie. So we'll just keep an eye on the gap as these two swimmers, completely different classifications, of course, isn't it? It's all on the points. They tied on the points, 655 points apiece.
Yeah, like you said, Paul, David Smetanine is an S4, Navarro Barber is an S9. So totally different ends, don't race each other normally, but today they are racing each other, and there'll be different times, but it's all about the points.
And of course, we are, as always, impartial.
Yeah.
We have the Great Britain swimmer against the French swimmer who has promised us tickets for the Paris Paralympics. So our loyalties are split, so it evens itself up.
It does, definitely. Supporting both of these athletes. It's always nice to see a swim off. We saw one yesterday in yesterday's heats, and now another one today.
So Navarro Barber, as we expect, will go off to a decent pace here. He went 27.63. I wonder if he's going to get faster than that in this swim off. It's always good to do this swim off. It's another chance for the swimmers to post a time if they think they maybe can do something better that they've done in their heat swim. Let's have a look at the time here. 27.46. That is an improvement, and that means that Smetanine is going to have to improve as well by something like 0.2 of a second. 41.72 for Smetanine, 6.67, and it's going to be close, you know. Smetanine into the wall, 6.14. He couldn't improve on the time that he did in the morning, so Thomas Navarro Barber will take that 30th place. David Smetanine will be first reserve, along with Will Perry, who's second reserve. And Thomas Navarro Barber takes that one. Smetanine in second place. So that's the way to finish the morning. Well done, Ellie. Great for your company this morning. It's been excellent.
Thank you very much, Paul, and thank you everyone listening at home.
So join us again tonight. The final session will take place at 5 tonight. We will see you then. Don't miss it.
cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.